Hey guys, my name is Sebastian and today I'm gonna walk you through the Levitate running blade kit, how to assemble it and install it to your current socket. I'm a para-athlete myself and I have a lot of experience within fitting running blades and how to adapt to an active life. When you receive your blade kit and open it up, the first thing you'll see is the QR code. This QR code will take you through this video and tell you how to mount it. Underneath, you'll have the Levitate blade already fitted with the Levitate Essential sole. Underneath that, you'll have the full kit of adapters. Adapters needed to adjust your height, your alignment. You'll have tools, you'll have screws. Everything is in this kit. Now that you have everything lined up, it's time to assemble the blade and first figure out how tall you need to build it. For this, you need your everyday walking prosthesis. I have mine here. Now, the build height of your running blade is dependent on your clearance on your everyday walking foot. The clearance, as you already measured, is the distance between the bottom of the shoe to the connection point that sits closest to the socket. For me, the perfect height is a 1 centimeter spacer and then the adapter on top. If you are a faster runner, the blade compresses more and you want to have a taller build height for your running blade. If you're a little bit slower runner, you want to have a less tall build height, maybe something closer to your everyday foot. But remember, the blade compresses and evens out the difference. Play with it and figure out what fits your running style. If you need a higher build height than me, I'll go through the different combinations later in the video. So how do you decide which screw length that you will use for your blade? It's very simple. You'll have 3 lengths of screws in the kit. If you decide that you'll have no spacer underneath your adapter, you'll use the smallest size screw. If you'll have 1 spacer underneath your adapter, you'll use the medium size screws. But if you'll have 2 spacers underneath your adapter, you will of course use the longer screws. This will ensure that you have the perfect length for the plastic cover to cover your bolt nuts. And now for the assembly of the blade. I've found the adapters that I need, the screw length that I need as well. Putting it all together, start with setting together your adapters, lie them on top of the blade above the holes. Now, all you need to do is put in the screws, all 4 of them, and it looks like that. They stick out in the bottom. Here you can place your bolt nuts. Start fitting all 4 of them with your fingers. Simple as that. There. Now you'd need your tools. You would need the Allen key for the top part, the screws, and you would need the wrench for your bolt nut screws. Put them together and start tightening. Before you tighten it all the way through, make sure that you put all of them a little bit in. There. Now for the tightening part, don't tighten it too hard, just give it a good little tight. That. And there. Now it's assembled and all you need to do is cover it up with the plastic dots. And your blade is ready to be mounted to your socket. Now we are ready to swap your everyday foot with the running blade. To do that, it's important that you secure your alignment on your everyday foot. The connection point on your everyday foot sits with 4 screws. You need to choose 2 screws that are next to each other. You choose either a front screw or a back screw, and you choose a left screw or a right screw. That means it's two screws that are next to each other. To further secure the alignment, before you disassemble the screws with the Allen key, take a marker and mark a ring all the way around the connection point. That way, if the alignment changes, you'll always know where it sits. I've chosen my front screw and my left screw. So detaching those, you'll use your Allen key. You don't need to take them all the way out, just loosen them. Now, the socket comes off. Now that you disassembled your foot, as you notice on mine, I have a female part sitting on the socket. If you have a male part sitting on your socket, it's important that you fit the top adapter on your blade with the female part. Now you're finally ready to fit the blade to your socket. Just put the two parts together. The male and the female part goes in like that. And the two screws that you've chosen, I've chosen the front screw and left screw. You can just tighten those back in. Again, don't over tighten it. Just make sure it sits put, and then just give it a little bit of a tight twist. Don't overdo it. Now you're ready to run. Now that you're ready to run, make sure that you start out slow and get used to the bouncy feeling of the blade, and also that your alignment feels natural. We hope that this guide has given you the confidence you need to assemble your new blade to your current socket. Enjoy your new running blade. See you on track. When you have decided your build height, you have a number of adapters to hit exactly the height that you want. The lowest height you can get is just adding the adapter directly on top of the blade. You can also add a 1 centimeter spacer to make it a little bit higher. Add another spacer to get 2 centimeters. Is that not enough? You can either go with the adapter to the blade and then add the 30 millimeter adapter like that. Or you can add another spacer under that, or even 2. The next is to add the height adjustability adapter to make it even higher. The height adjustability can be adjusted a couple of centimeters extra to make it taller. Even more, you can add more height by adding all of them together. Understanding the male-female system is important if ever you want to do any adjustment on alignment. It's very simple to understand. These two parts go together. When you look at it from the upside, you'll see that any adjustments will change alignment like that. It sits with 4 screws on the female part, and by adjusting these, you can push the system backwards, forwards, or side to side and adjust your alignment like that.